see what happens. We've seen both players play a very macro style. We've seen both players play a very micro style. So we'll see what exactly happens.
Indeed. Indeedy.
So we see in the top left, we see SlowKing in the purple trunks. In the bottom left, we see FregGields in the blue trunks. And SlowKing saying, aren't you supposed to be Zerg? Random. Chose Terran for the match. He's Terran here. Very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, buddy. We started off this tournament looking at a PVT as well. And now we're going to go ahead. It looks like we're going to see the finals. We're going to see the finals as a PVT, also best of 3. Welcome everybody. My name is BC and Palomino. Just in case you just walked into this YouTube VOD and you're like, what is going on? And this is my homie G, BC and Spades.
How y'all doing? This is the finals, best of 3 on Entombed Valley Game 1 between FregGields and none other than SlowKing.
We have some friendly talking back and forth. Looks like this is going to be a Masters versus Masters matchup. Masters versus Masters. Legit ballers. Legit ballertude. What do you think, BC and Spades, of having the finals being a best of 3 as opposed to having the finals be a best of 5? As I do think that's a lot more common.
Well, I think what happens is that in best of 3s, if you lose the first game, you're more inclined the second game to do a 1 base. And your opponent will know that too. The reason why they do best of 5 is that when you lose your first game, you don't necessarily have to do it all in the second game. You can still play your macro style and try to get back in it that way. I think that's why they most likely do it. They want the finals to be longer, to be more dramatic.
Yeah, totally.
We do see FregGields dropping down his second barracks in a very interesting. The pro will not see it. Looks like he is going for a 2 racks. He really wants to take this first game.
Nice. This could potentially also just be a little juke with the building placement. Make SlowKing kind of worry about this bunker rush and play really safe. Do a really safe 3-gate and then expand, something of that nature. As then Greggs will just go ahead and turn these barracks into a standard wall and fast expand himself. Or it really could just be a standard 2 racks tech lab kind of push. We aren't seeing any gases, so no sign of a tech lab anytime soon.
Sorry about that. We're also not seeing him move his racks to the bottom of the side, so he's not going for that rush. However, he has to be careful. He might push that second rack, but he does get down that pylon. So he will be stopping that expansion. You see that Freg did scout the wrong way, but he is scouting the right way now.
Excellent.
So it'll be very interesting to see what exactly happens. You don't see a bunker yet. We don't see a CC yet.
Could this turn into a 1? We're not seeing any. Yeah, I think we're gonna see any. Yeah, there's the command center on its way. Do you believe? No. Very interesting play by Freggs.
Oh, there it is. Just about to go down. We see a Zealot coming in. And he shot his own SCV.
Oh gosh.
Did not like that SCV. He's like, nope, don't like you.
So yeah, that was a bit brutal to watch.
Following Marines. So it will be some sort of bunker play.
This little, well, we're seeing the SCVs coming out. A nice pack of Marines.
Oh, he might snipe that Stalker. He snipes the Zealot. He's so close to sniping that Stalker. So close.
And this is going to be really
those
delicate.
shields will regenerate, and those Stalkers will be stuck.
That's funny. This poor little Stalker is really just running for his life against these 4 SCVs. Now it does look like this Nexus is going to get canceled. That's really going to put Protoss behind if he can't defend this.
And the Stalker goes down. The SCVs killed it. He only lost 1 SCV. That SCV with that 1 kill, the baller SCV. He can go home and brag to his friends that he killed a Stalker.
And on his tombstone it will say, "Killed a Stalker." Everyone will know him.
So he did not cancel that Nexus, and that Nexus is going to fall. That's a huge waste of 400 minerals. Oh, that will not feel good for SlowKing at all.
Yeah, also really just going to delay that expansion so hard as Freggs has his expansion down. Going to go ahead and turn that into orbital right as I say it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I do think Freggs is going to put himself in a very powerful position, possibly forcing SlowKing.
He's losing a lot of Marines. A lot of his Marines are very weak, and Stalkers can't catch up to them. And they do very well against a small amount of Marines. So
Yeah,
very
sexy
interesting.
split there.
She is just picking apart those weakened Marines. And you know what? If Freg just decided to retreat, he would have been in a lot better position now, but SlowKing has been able to sort of even out that unit's loss tab.
Yeah, we're gonna have some SCVs. Looks like they're gonna be able to get pulled onto the bunker. I wonder how much damage these stalkers are gonna be able to do.
Not much. That bunker is going to be almost impossible to break with that amount of stalkers and without blink. Yeah, oh, he lost the stalker. He could not. Needed not to lose that stalker.
Yeah, this natural is officially locked down. Looks like because SlowKing needs to and is going to go ahead and get this expansion down as soon as possible. Terran's going to have a nice advantage moving into the mid game.
Yeah, he has that expansion down. He has his factory down. He has that tech lab. I would really love to see that Marine tank style, because those siege tanks are just pummel. Protoss ground forces if you're not careful.
An interesting move to go for these rocks. I'm not really sure what why he wants to take these rocks out. Possibly to get just as much surface area for an engagement.
Yeah.
3 gateways down.
He wants to be able to flank, maybe even scoot past that bunker.
Yeah, that'd be great if he just walked by as the first tank is about to pop out.
Oh, but is that bunker going to go down? It does go down. That is huge. As he pulls off the SCVs, but he has to be careful. He has to get those stalkers out of there. However, he is doing a lot of damage. Stoppage time of mining.
Yeah, this is really tense for Terran.
And that unit's loss tab is a lot more even now. Just roughly 100 minerals separating them. And that unit's lost tab, and we see really no tech right now for SlowKing.
Yeah.
We're trying to do more about this stalker push. I wouldn't mind seeing blink. He doesn't cancel that bunker, but that siege tank mode is done. That's gonna be really hard now to fight for SlowKing as that smash ripped through.
Actually able to snipe that bunker there though.
Now he's in a hole.
Ooh, no, these stalkers, it looks like they might be sacrificed. With 4 more stalkers warping in. We're gonna see stalker versus Marines. No, the stalkers don't have very much room to juke.
No, and those siege tanks cut down that amount of area by a lot. It's a huge 9 radius.
Quite the micro fest.
However, he does clean up those stalkers, but he does hit the wrong area. He is losing quite an amount of stalkers.
Yeah, that range on those tanks so huge, as we can actually see the little imprint in the ground for a while. If we can just compare that to the tank, damn.
Yeah, it's just so hard now to fight. The stalkers are getting weakened. The siege tanks are just walking down where those stalkers can actually move to.
We're seeing double forge going down at home at SlowKing, so it looks like he isn't going to be able to escape with a single stalker. However, he did do some damage.
He did, however, I think he did more damage to himself than actually damage to.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Those gateway units just really got cornered into the natural. These tanks in a great position to defend the natural also.
It's going to be very hard for anytime soon, really, for SlowKing to try to bust that ramp, because these tanks are too far back for any quick in and out sniping the tank, but they're just so clumped together that one volley from each would just pulverize. So we do see 7 gateways from SlowKing.
Yeah, I really love that he's going this double forge. It's risky, but it might be a necessary risk to keep his army, give his army a chance for this engagement that we'll see later on in the game.
It will. Those upgrades will pay off the longer this game goes on. If we see, well, we do see +1/+1 on the way also for FregGields and that Marine shield, and we also see more barracks and another command center going down.
And Twilight, most likely will get that charge. I'd love to see some storms, but I'm not sure FregGields is going to give SlowKing the opportunity to get the storms as he is pushing out right now. There might not be. I don't think there's going to be any time to get any more tech out. Right now, it's going to. Right now, SlowKing needs to depend on his Gateway army to defend this.
Yeah, those tanks though, if they get siege mode in the correct places, they would just decimate. However, we do see that SlowKing is moving up. He has to be really careful. Those tanks are in position. If they start shelling, he has to back out. He cannot take those tanks head on.
Very nice though.
Too much DPS behind the Marines. We do see a couple observers coming out. +1/+1 is finished for SlowKing, but only +1's finished. And he's going to try to snipe these tanks. That could be a huge... He does get down 2 tanks, however the force fields are blocking the attack of the second 2. FregGields nicely using those own force fields to his advantage.
Observer coming out. Fortunately, that wasn't an immortal. That might have helped a little bit more. Nice scans going down for Fregs, really giving him the eyes on where he needs to be positioning his tanks. We do see the nice line of units on the way. Some more tanks for the backup, and these Marines is going to put a lot of damage on these Zealots.
We do see that stream, but we do see that charge coming out, which would be really good, especially if he's able to get position surround those tanks quickly. We do see these varying units, but it's just too much, I believe,
that
for
dance
Slow to deal with. The Marines are just too fast to stand the fight. He's going to very into the main base.
Medevacs being so powerful.
We see these outs getting warped in. So many of them were taking damage before they even materialize that won't even clean it up.
FregGields really showing really strong play right now.
See just how much damage that drop is doing. That huge ball that's just building outside. He's taking his third. He's solid upgrades.
Now here comes the second round of tanks and Marines from Fregs. SlowKing's army and Gateway army slowly being whittled down.
And there is the GG. It's just too much for him to handle.
What's going on, Pete the Bomb? What's going on, Ghost You Tramp? Mermaid, Mr. Water, Sweet Dreams.